Yes, please. Yes, Aradhna. Please begin. Yeah, you're muted, Aradhna.
Yeah, you're mute. Okay, good morning, everyone. So today I am here to discuss the chapter 21 and 21, 22, chapter 21 and 22 of the book Focus on what matters. I have okay. The first chapter, chapter 21, it's about on welcoming what matters. I would like to share some screen. I made this. So chapter 21, it's about on welcoming what matters, means learning to accept life without resistance. Means whatever is happening in our life, we have to accept it in that way. It's about that. So, so in this chapter starts with a question like, have you received any gift from someone which you don't like? So it asks firstly a question that, have you ever received a gift which you didn't like? Anyone of you have got such gift?
Yes, many times, many times.
Yes.
But here the question is you received a gift from someone whom you don't like or the gift you don't like. Which one is this? What is it they're asking for? Whom? I think which. That means the gift that we did not like, right? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Any type of gift which we didn't like that. So yes, I have never received such gift. I like whatever gift I get, but yes, I have given one gift to someone and they have not liked it, and I felt really bad that time. I really resonate with this thing. So firstly, they ask this question, and then they say that how you will feel. How did you feel at that moment when you have received such gift which you have not liked? Means have you feel bad that time when you have received such gift, or you feel that they must have given to you something else instead of this? So and then they say, did you accept it or resist it? क्या आपने वो चीज accept करी कि हाँ ये gift को मैं रख लेता हूँ, या फिर आपने मना कर दिया कि no, I will not take this, like that. Screen is not visible.
Your screen is visible.
So
It's
okay.
absolutely fine.
So the key learnings which they gave from in this chapter is that we have to welcome whatever happens in our life. Means they say that whatever is happening in our life, we should accept it. Means our life will always be not be sunshine or filled with rainbows or roses. Instead of that, there may be many setbacks in that. There may be some tragedies or things which we don't like, but we have to try to accept it in whatever form, whatever things comes in our life, like that unexpected gift. So they say that it talks about acceptance as a mindset shift. If we want to accept anything, we should shift our mindset, that we should try to accept that situation also. And then this told us about unwanted situations can teach us. For example, I would like to give one example of my life also. Like sometimes what happened that recently only I was thinking to switch my job, and I was very in a tragic situation that should I switch or not, and like this. So it because of that I was so depressed also. Then I thought that yes, maybe it will be a chance for growth, that I will learn many new things like that. So for 1 month I was in a dilemma, but after that, when I accepted that yes, it will be for my growth and I will learn in that process. So when I accept it, I feel peace of mind, and then it make me happy. So it tells us the same thing, that whatever comes in our life, we have to accept it as a prasad from God. Ki God is giving us some blessing like that. So similarly, our Indian culture also teaches the same thing. They say that जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है, that ये ईश्वर की इच्छा है and we have to accept it. So because of this concept of our Indian culture, we learn that whatever is in happening in our life, we have to accept it in whatever form. Okay. One more thing is there. This is my personal examples where I use this concept, where I'm thinking of using this concept in life, of acceptance. First, of switching job, as I told. Second is sometimes I feel internet issues during studies and content creation. So I feel that, okay, leave it for right now and I will do it later, but right now I should do what is in front of me and live in the present. And similarly, sometimes I am in low energy and I procrastinate things a lot, or procrastinate things a lot, and I get into guilt mode or blaming mode, like regret mode, ki why I was sleeping this much, instead of that I should have done other things. But when I accept that, yes, whatever has happened, now let's leave it and then look for the coming days or coming time. So it motivates me and it gives a peace of mind. Okay, yes. There is one activity which recently in our school, recently in our school, there was some workshop of art of living, a 3-day workshop it was, Art of Happiness project. So in that, they asked us to make a list, like कि when you will be happy, आप कब खुश होते हो. You can also think right now that आप कब खुश हो सकते हो, क्या चीजें आपको मिलेगी तब आप खुश होगे. You can think for 1 minute, like when you will be happy. ये चीजें आपको मिल जाए तो आप बहुत खुश होगे. So when we have made that list of when we will be happy, कि हमें ये चीजें मिल जाएंगी तो हम बहुत खुश होंगे करके, तो फिर then they asked us that write जब and तब minute, कि ये चीजें मिलेगी तो आप खुश हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि जब मुझे जॉब मिलेगी तब मैं बहुत खुश होऊंगा, या जब मुझे डीएसएलआर मिल जाएगा तब मैं बहुत खुश होऊंगा, या जब मुझे नई कार मिलेगी तब मैं बहुत खुश होऊंगा. तो देन दे से टू कट दिस थिंग, जब मुझे न्यू जॉब मिलेगी से तब तक कट दिस थिंग एंड जस्ट मैं खुश हूँ. मीन they want to teach us that we should not think about future and not hope for things to come. We should not depend on materialistic things or any other things to be happy. Instead of, we should live in present and be happy right now, instead of focusing on future and other things. I hope everyone understood this part.
Yes. Thank you very much.
So we can discuss this. I have completed letter here. In short. Can we move to letter 22?
Your voice is breaking. Please say again.
let's move to the letter 22. It's about on preparing for the worst. Is my voice audible, everyone?
Yes, you are audible.
So, this on preparing for the worst. So I will be reading this chapter now. So they talk about like prepare for the worst. The secret to live a best life is to prepare for the worst. In this chapter, they talk about a new year, new me concept. At least from January 1, new year has started. Many programs and running like New Year. So they are saying that a calendar date, they can't change anything. A calendar date can't change anything. For example, we should not start a new project or we should not get enthusiastic about any new thing from January 1 only. Instead, real change can happen anytime when we stop waiting for the perfect time. Instead of waiting for the perfect time like 1st January, we should start time for the real change. They talk about to be in present. Now, in next they talk. There is a concept of. Okay, I'm reading. I am a big fan. I'm reading the chapter right now. New year, new you. It's a silly idea, as if we need to wait changing ourselves until January 1. Either way, we tend to look forward to the beginning of each year. Somehow we will assume that the new year will be different than the last year. So in this chapter, they say that I am a big fan of way of thinking. The firm Berkshire Hathaway is most active in the insurance business, and one of their strategies is to plan for the worst. He talked about Berkshire Hathaway's strategy of planning for the worst. Means, for example, if we are planning for the rainy season, instead of planning for rainy season, we should prepare for monsoon season. Means we should prepare for the darkest time of our life. In this, he talked about a quadruple disaster thing. Warren Buffett talked about a quadruple disaster theory, in which he talked about four type of disasters. First is earthquake, hurricane, blizzard, and cyber attack. He said that these four disasters they occur suddenly, and then it says that in that they say that if Berkshire Hathaway has not prepared for this four type of disasters, then they would not have survived it. But since they have prepared for these four type of disasters, they were mentally and financially prepared for it, so they were able to survive this. Similarly, we should not think like we should not be scared of disasters. We should be mentally and financially prepared for it. That whatever will come, we will face it. Now, next they said about life is a market cycle. Means the author give the example that all within 3 months, a very big disastrous thing happens in his life. For example, he lost his grandmother, he went through the breakup, and he lost his job also. So he felt an end of the world, like something is something bad is happening in his life. He felt that time. But he gave the example similarly in March 2020. Our world financially fall, means all the stock markets were falling. Similarly, all the gold, Bitcoin, they got crashed. But in the end of that year, same year, we saw unthinkable high. We saw that the sales rise. So similarly, he gave us an example that whenever bad periods come in our life, they are just snapshots in time. They just tell us that एक स्नैपशॉट की तरह इट विल नॉट रिमेन परमानेंट इन आवर लाइफ इट्स अ टेम्पररी थिंग ये कुछ समय के लिए रहते हैं तो वी शुड नॉट ओवर थिंक अबाउट दैट एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट we should convince ourselves and we should not give up that time and we should keep moving in life. Anyone want to share anything?
Yeah, I would like to say here, many times we face certain situations in life, like some situation come up, and at that time we do not realize. We think that, oh, what happened to, suddenly things got upside down, and then later, after few years or few months, we realize that, oh, that situation came for a reason. मतलब अच्छा हुआ वो हुआ, मतलब हमें उस समय समझ में नहीं आता है, बट बाद में 1 साल बाद, 2 साल बाद हमें लगता है कि कोई बात नहीं, हम उस टाइम ज्यादा रिएक्ट कर रहे थे उस चीज पे. या दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड.
Ma'am, one of the best example is जो अच्छा हुआ is अहमदाबाद का जो एयर इंडिया का एक्सीडेंट था. तो देयर वाज अ स्टोरी कि एक फैमिली बहुत स्ट्रगल किया, उनको यूके जाना था शायद, तो बहुत स्ट्रगल किया, बहुत उन लोगों ने कि हमें जाने दो, बैठने दो, बट दे डिड नॉट अलाउ हर एंड दे वर द वन जो बच गए. बाकी ऑल द पीपल हैड डाइड, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल डाइड इन दैट क्रैश. सो नाउ दे थैंक गॉड कि हम बच गए. भगवान ही हमें बचा रहा था, जाने नहीं दिया. इतना हमने फाइट किया फिर भी. थैंक यू.
We can also take an example of COVID also. See, during that time, everybody faced, of course, lot of difficulties and everything, and nobody knew indefinitely how long it's going to last. But if you look at things now, in hindsight, you'll find that it has taught us to be quite resilient, and we know how to prepare for if an epidemic or something of that proportions do occur. You do know how to prepare yourself for it, so that it is not like a first time it's happening and now what do we do. That kind of thought doesn't come, because everybody, all the people, all over the world, everyone is prepared as to what to do when such a situation strikes. What should we do? So that was something that is a positive thing that we can take out from this negative situation that's taken place. Thank you.
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
There is no question. We were just discussing. The thing is, I was talking ki sometimes bad things teach us many good things. Means during bad things we feel that we should give up right now and it is the end of the world. But they teach us many good things and later we find out that they have good reason to come in our life. So such things, any such thing, any example?
Yes, yes. Good morning, everyone. Yes, this thing happened with me also. Like in 2017, I got some injury, knee injury, because prior to that injury, I was a runner. So I remained ill for approximate 1 year. So that I fall seriously ill, and Later on, I realized that why I suffered so much because I was too much strict to my health, and I never thought that I may also fall ill or anything like that. So later on, I realized that why worst thing happens because we are attached to the temporary things which are bound to end. So so we must from my that experience I realize and what I practice that the temporary thing will go. They will never last forever. So through our practices we must visualize, recognize and understand that which things are on permanent nature, and we must stick on those things, and those things which are temporary, they are bound to go. So we must practice detachment to all those things, and day by day we must practice, like do some practices which make us stronger, so that whenever the bad times comes, we remain strong and steadfast. Thank you very much.
Right. Anyone else want to say?
Yeah, I want to share something like the writer has given example of COVID. So during COVID, I remember that I work in a market, share market. So I saw that most of the stocks crashed between 50 to 60%. So at that time, most of the people sold their shares and not thinking much about the future, because future was very dark at that time. So many people took a wrong decisions at that time, and uh, within 6 months the market went higher actually. Everything was recovered and everything was in positive actually. It gave positive returns also. So at that time whoever invested, uh, that person made a good profit actually, I would say. I mean, even if you see uh, uh, the rates of the property rates and the land rates uh, were crashed actually during the same period, but they recovered like anything after 2022, right? So that is what happened actually. We should be thinking long term, not short term. But at that moment the circumstances were like that only. Most of the people think short term only. So even in my case, I was struggling with COVID, but I recovered it very quickly. I was admitted in hospital for 8 days, and I was like and one of my relatives was also with me during COVID period, and she passed away, and I saw with my eyes only, I saw that she passed away. And I was like, I was very terrified actually. She was next to me only and she passed away. And it was like a lot of fear and uh, a lot of sadness was also there, uh, right? So but in that period you you don't have anything in your control, right? So I was self motivated, uh, and I used to do a lot of yoga practice and all. Maybe that has helped me to recover fast. And with God's grace, I have recovered quickly. And yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to share. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else would like to share? Ramila ma'am.
Ma'am, I already shared about that air crash incidents. And this COVID, what sir was talking right now, I have worked during COVID times in the hospital, and I just want to share. इससे आपके क्वेश्चन का I don't know relation है या नहीं है, but COVID में it was affecting the people with lung problems and low immunity. लेकिन जो young लोग हमारे पास admit हुए, they were so scared, एंड दोज हु वर इम्प्रूविंग उनके बगल में, क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल में इतना जगह ही नहीं था एज कंपेयर टू द पेशेंट्स, जगह ही नहीं था, सो बहुत पास पास बेड्स थे. सो यंग लोग जो हैं, दोज हु डाइड, वो इसलिए मर गए क्योंकि उसने सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस छोड़ दिया, एंड अपने अगल बगल 2 डेथ 3 डेथ ये देख करके दे गॉट सो स्कैर्ड कि उनको लगा हम भी मर जाएंगे. हमने बहुत बूस्ट करने की कोशिश करी ऐसे लोगों को, but I think they lost their confidence, and that I feel always ki that was the reason most of the young people without any comorbidities, without any other problems, they died of COVID. और भी हैं साइंटिफिक रीजंस हैं उनके डेथ के, बट हमने जो डेथ्स देखे यंग लोगों में, दैट वाज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यही था. थैंक यू.
Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
I think fear the one of the reason, maybe.
Yeah, good morning. I joined late actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everybody is giving good example. Actually, related to COVID, I actually have some positive things. People started actually some positive like physical health and mental and financial goals. Earlier, pre-COVID, it was not there. Actually, we were not prepared, but now we are more prepared to face such eventuality, like if there is any financial problem, such problem comes. So many people have some contingency amount in their accounts to face such issues, and people are more prepared for physical and mental point of view. And also, earlier people were not taking the mediclaim. Now more people are taking mediclaim and more concerned about that. So that is more important. Even in the corporate, there is a uh, lot of courses running. The corporate people are involved in the such type of trainings, and even in my corporate also. So every week there is some course of mental well-being, fitness. So I am working since last more than um, 1.5 decade in the corporate. So I am seeing that it was not there earlier. So after COVID, this is a positive change. And even I was uh, like I was very concerned about the fitness, and since last even if I can say, since I was in the corporate. So I was actually going to the walking and in gym. Earlier it was not there, but people now are more concerned about the health. So they are going into gym and they are walking. A lot of people doing meditation, yoga. So these all positive changes are there, and hopefully it will be shaping the future, and it is good for us. Thank you.
Yes, just I want to share one more thing, like Raghunaji share about insurance companies. So nowadays, most of in my organization, most of people from the bank they visit to us. They give so much offer that sir, this is this insurance you can avail. This insurance this is you can avail. So I always ask one question. Just tell me the facility which I can avail while I am live. Like once I dead, that I may be getting 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore. It doesn't matter for me. So just I request them to just focus the facilities or the thing which I can get which when I am live, so that I can enjoy those things. But on those point that companies are just like silent, but sir, we always provide after that. Even that health insurance also, we are putting so much money. We are putting so much money, and we are just waiting for getting sick. And yes, once we sick, then we will get reimbursement. So I always ask from all the colleague that when you are just investing those money for that insurance, health insurance, just invest those money in your health right now, so you won't be required that health insurance. Like you can take a gym membership, you can take online yoga classes, you can just even you can buy a good pair of shoes, good pair of jackets, and you can just go for that running, walking, running, swimming. You can take a membership of that swimming also. So just I always think and I always practice that invest in now present time, so that our future will be more beautiful and healthy. So this is the how we prepare. Like we just invest in present, and the future will be good. So this is how I just focus and practice, and I just encourage and advise other also. Thank you.
Yeah, you are right, sir. But now people started moving out of the means home every year. Earlier, people was not moving out the city, so they are now moving out of city, enjoying the life. That trend has been increased. So that is also one part of the people is getting some entertainment outside, going outside. So that is also adding the good things in life. So that is also important.
Yes, sir, absolutely, absolutely good. And one more thing I want to share, like just moving out from your home. So I always like the place I am here. I lots of people came here for like a tourist. So I always urge people that don't go just like a tourist, like they are just running just like there is a police behind them, and they will caught hold. So just they are running, just touching, 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 touching. So I am just I always request them that don't go just like a tourist, go like an explorer. If you want to go somewhere, just go there, just stay there for 1 week or 2 week or just for 2 days, 3 days. Just explore the beauty within that area, and stay there and just feel and just get immersed in those beautiful places, then come back. So yes, enjoy the journey. I just see people, they are just going like the very simple example I've always quote, just like a police behind them. So they want to just reach home just before the police get call of them. So this happens. So this is the insight which I want to share. Thank you.
Sir, I want to add that is Gen Z style. In our time, we are millennial, so we go and enjoy the things. But Gen Z is doing like that. That is Gen Z style.
Yes, yes, Shwetaji. People go for that. Yes, this one more thing. People don't interact with the people, even don't interact with their family member. Also, they just don't explore the beauty. They just more concerned about the photos and videos. And once they click, they're more concerned about uploading on the social media. And once they upload the social media, they are just waiting for the likes, the how much likes I get. So this is the whole the thing which we got caught up, and we just forget the real beauty of this place and our life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So Jagriti ma'am and Josna ma'am, would you like to share something? This chapter I really find a little difficult, but it's okay. So then they said about a stoic mindset and its risk. They say that if we keep imagining bad things, in this chapter they are talking about like we should imagine bad things to feel happy in present. So, but they tell a risk about it, that if we keep imagining are bad things, that bad things will happen, stock market will fall down and something bad will happen, then sometimes if person is going through a struggling period, then what can happen, that that person can become numb and get into depression easily. So instead of that, they say that we should follow a method of nature, our nature. For example, he gave an example of our health. Suppose if we will think that it's our nature to fall sick, बीमार होना हमारा नेचर है, तो हमें जब हम बीमार पड़ेंगे या फिर जब हम हेल्दी हैं तो हम खुश रहेंगे, कि हमें लगेगा कि यस, वी वी वर मीन टू फॉल इल बट नाउ वी आर हेल्दी, सो वी शुड बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर दैट, like that. Similarly, from this example, I remember my example when I used to be in school or in my graduation time. I used to give exam. I used to give exams a lot, and then I used to do last night study, and I never thought that I would get pass also. कि मैं पास भी हो जाऊंगी करके. But when I give exam and I score good marks or I get passed also, I used to be very happy. कि wow, I have passed my exams and I have scored top position also, because I didn't have expectation that time. But similarly, nowadays, when I prepare for anything with expectation that I will get good result, then I got depressed. Then I feel depressed and I didn't become happy. So I think that this is good. This chapter is good that they tell us about that we should think about we should not think about good things only. We should imagine bad things, that bad things could happen, and our nature is to fall sick. Then we will be happy for the great health. Like, so also they tell us that setbacks in our life make us stronger. For example, the examples everyone has given us, that because of during COVID time, during bad times, we think that they are happening for bad, but later we come to know that they happen for a good reason. So for that, in the end, they say that breathe in slowly and say. They say us to close our eyes for some time, for us to close our eyes and then sit at one place and breathe in and then say to yourself that I am of the nature to have ill health. कि हमारा जो नेचर है बॉडी का वो क्या है कि इल हेल्थ. नाउ ब्रीथ आउट स्लोली एंड से आई कैन नॉट एस्केप हैविंग इल हेल्थ, कि मैं बीमार होना एस्केप नहीं कर सकता. तो यू विल बी हैप्पी अबाउट हेल्थ. तब आपको रियलाइज होगा कि यू हैव गुड हेल्थ, बट instead of having ill health. So just the main lesson of this chapter is to live in present. In the end, they have given a very beautiful quote. That is that do not lose the day in expectation of the night and the night in fear of the dawn. Means sometimes what happens, we expect a lot of things. हम बहुत चीजें expect करने लग जाते हैं. तो जो अभी चल रहा है या अभी जो प्रेजेंट में हमारे पास चीजें हैं, हम उसके लिए ग्रेटफुल नहीं होते. So they tell us that कि do not expect the day in expectation of night. रात की expectation में हम दिन को भूल जाते हैं, night को in the fear of dawn. So instead of having high expectations, or we should expect, but instead of, but we should at the same time we should be grateful for what things we have right now, and we should try to live in present. That's it. Yes, Shweta ma'am. Right. Acceptance bring happiness. I also realized that yesterday only. That if we try to accept any situation or people in any way, then we will become more happy instead of resisting it. अगर हम चीज़ों को resist करते हैं कि ये सब चीज़ें ऐसी क्यों हैं, ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, instead of we accept it, then we feel more happy because it gives us peace of mind. Thank you so much.
Yes, we can take selfie, then we can continue the session. So I request everyone switch on the camera. We will take selfie and then move on in the session. Yes, Bhagwinder ji, Shweta ji, ma'am. Yes, Jagriti ji, Amy ji, if possible. Ready, everyone? Smile. Done. Thank you. Now continuing the session. Even just I want to share in long term, we must also like discard the happiness because once we feel start happiness, so it is bound to we will become sad also. So life is the journey of ups and downs, and our most of the focus that whatever comes in our way, just accept and move on, rather than becoming happy or sad. Just be with I what I always practice, that just be with myself, be with my practices which makes me stronger every day. Like I practice yoga, I practice meditation, I practice reading. So whatever comes in our life, we just accept it and keep moving on. And whenever there is a moment like goodness, so we should not. We just try to avoid becoming happy. So it will help us. So whenever any sad moment comes in our life, we can avoid sadness also, which help us to move on that moment strongly to the next part. Thank you.
सर आई जस्ट वांटेड टू ऐड, आप लोगों की ये सारी बातें और शेर सर स्पेशली आपका ये जो लास्ट जिस्ट था, उससे एक नया सेंटेंस मेरे दिमाग में आया, एक्सेप्टेंस इज हैप्पीनेस, एक्सेप्ट एवरीथिंग एंड यू बिकम हैप्पी. सो आज से आई एम गोइंग टू प्रैक्टिस दिस. थैंक यू.
Yes, Pramila ji. Accept but don't become happy, because if we become happy, then sadness is bound to come, because anything bad happens. So life is all about the journey. Just keep on up, and the happiness. These are the up and down. So whenever any good thing happen, it shall also pass. This should always we must. I always keep in mind. Then if good thing happens, it shall also pass. So it helped me to overcome the bad moment, because whenever bad moment come, the mind says it shall also pass. So this is how we practice. This is how we practice detachment in our life, and which makes itself stronger ourselves. Thank you.
Here, I would also like to add, you know, in life there are two things that one, like when you're doing something, let's say you're going to go and do a project, or you have, like for example, an exam or something is taking place, a competition or anything like that. Now there are two things in which the two ways in which you can have a thought when you do this particular activity. The first one thought that comes could be, okay, I want to succeed in this, I want to do well in this, so I'm doing it. The second kind of thought that can come in mind is, um, I don't want to fail in this, I'm doing this because I don't want to fail. So one thing could be, I'm doing this because I want to succeed, or it could be, I'm doing this and I don't want to fail. So I feel that we should always choose the former, that is, I'm doing this because I want to succeed. So your mindset is clear, you have put a positive thought into your mind. Like even when students, when they are sitting for an exam, they say, oh, I'm studying this because I don't want to fail. Now why do you want to say that you're going to fail? So you say, I'm doing this because I want to pass, I want to clear well, I want to do well. So the mindset is also very important. Like I think Shweta had also mentioned that it's very important to have a positive mindset, and when you go forth with a positive mindset, only positive things will come to you. Of course, along with all the acceptance and expectations and everything that you have, it's always good to think positive, because then you will manifest only positive things in your life. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share.
Yes, good morning, Amiji. Would you like to share anything?
Josna ma'am is
Yes,
also sending messages.
yes,
वैराग्य का
and
मतलब
even yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
कंटिन्यू सर.
And even to build those resilience, our scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and all this literature helps a lot. When we read, reread, read, reread, जब बार बार हम इन पढ़ते हैं और जब रिवाइज करते हैं, तो this thing just get absorbed in our subconscious mind. So whenever we face those situation, those teachings, they just popped up in our mind and we become resilient. So this is how we practice that vairagya, detachment, or resilience in our life.
Anyone else would like to share anything?
Yes, we are almost done in the session. So anyone wants to share, so just go ahead. Otherwise, we can wind up the session.
I think on the happiness, I believe like uh, we experience happiness after an achievement actually, and that creates a problem, right? If I say I will, when I get my new car or new things, then I'll become happy. That creates the stress sometimes. So I think we need to be emotionally strong, then become happy and then enjoy the life, right? हैप्पीनेस के साथ काम करो आप, ना कि ये होने के बाद हैप्पी होऊंगा, वो होने के बाद हैप्पी होऊंगा. That creates bit stress actually, right? Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Yes. I want to share one more thing, like this happiness thing. We always, we always, we always say that practice acceptance for happiness. So just I want to share my example like food, because because I am a foodie, so I like a food much. So whenever I eat good food, there is some sort of like I feel I feel some happiness. So later on, I realized that I must get detachment from this happiness, because whenever I find this food is not good, so automatically the sadness comes to into my mind. So whenever so how I overcome whenever I eat food, so when the things came into my mind that food is good, so I always remind myself it is just a food, it is not giving any happiness, it is just to eat and move on, because the purpose of life is to not find happiness in that food. Food is just a thing we must take it. So by practicing this mindset, I am just I am just able to overcome unhappiness whenever I am not able to find food of my own choice. So this is how when we avoid the feeling of happiness in good moments, it it help us to just move on those moments when we are not when we are not expected of the moment which we face in our life. So this is how we build up the resilience, and we build up the own strength in everyday day-to-day life event. So thank you very much. This is from my side.
Yes, rightly said, Sher sir. Uh, yeah, that means I would like to add here that whenever things are good, at that time we need to control more, and it will be automatically controlled when the things are bad. So, like you said, that when food is good or whenever the situations are good, are in our favor, we get overjoyed. Like that time, we need to control. That's okay. This situation, I mean, this will also pass, and we need to be stable at that time, so that it does not affect us when the situation is against our will or things are bad. That thing will be taken care of. It's like a pendulum. जितना हम खुशी की तरफ जाएँगे उतना ही हम दुःख की तरफ भी जाएँगे जब सिचुएशंस अनफ़ेवरेबल होंगी। तो जब खुशी है तो हमें स्टेबल रहने की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है। और ये मतलब ये बहुत सीखने से और बहुत उससे ही आता है। दिस रेज़िलियंस वी नीड टू बिल्ड अप स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली। थैंक यू एवरीवन एंड थैंक यू आराधना फॉर द वंडरफुल सेशन। थैंक यू सो मच।
Yes, yes, through meditation or any practices which we can inculcate in our life. It is not like meditation. Any practice which we can inculcate in our life, which makes us strong and resilient. So I give thanks Aradhna ji for this wonderful eye-opening session. It was, I think, uh, it is too cold in the northern India, and still you take time and made good presentation. And I thank everyone who joined and make this morning purposeful for just waking up early and reading and sharing all the things. So once again, thank you everyone, especially Aradhna ji, for this wonderful session. See you tomorrow.
Yes, I would like to say something also.
Yes,
I would
please.
like to thank you all. Thank you, Palak ma'am, and thank you to the Bibliophile group for giving me this opportunity. And in morning only, I realized that how much it is important to come out of our comfort zone. I was sleeping at 5 a.m. and I realized that today I have a session I have to prepare. And then I read chapter 22 and I make some notes. I felt that in this small period, how much I can do um, instead of lying down only. So, yes, this platform gave me a chance to leave my comfort zone and try something. I'm so grateful to all of you also for listening so patiently and be so much supportive. And thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining. See you on Monday evening in the session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.